Waves of tires, dirt that scows. Crank it loud, boys, let it blast. Roads of fury racing fast. Southern Fried Racing hours here. Fuel the fire, shift the gear. Every lap a rebel's dream. Gasoline, hearts, and the scream. Dave and Dean crown the track. Each corner fight, ain't turning back. Crank it loud, boys, let it blast. Roads of fury racing fast. Southern Fried Racing hours here. Fuel the fire, shift the gear. Nights alive, wheels embrace, burn the streets, set the pace. Hours, speed's the creed. Southern Fried Racing breed. Southern Fried Racing hours here. Fuel the fire, shift the gear. Nights alive, wheels embrace, burn the streets, set the pace. Hours, speed's the creed. Southern Fried Racing breed.
All right, we're getting ourselves situated here. That didn't do it. There we go.
There we go.
Situated was off camera. That's what we don't need.
That's right.
Oh my goodness. I put up Dean's camera kind of late. I was like, I had it up on the screen and it didn't do what I thought it was going to do. So life is funny that way.
Oh yeah.
We've still having Wi-Fi issues. I think it's just the companies. I've done everything I can do. I may have to contact them. So hopefully we're good, but it's a little draggy, but I've got two different things that run here. So hopefully we're good. Dean, how you doing, bro?
I'm fine. You?
Well, yeah, I'm doing good. I know she's back to work and,
Oh, yeah.
High stepping and kicking high.
I'm kicking, not but a high yet. I'm still kicking.
We welcome everybody into the show. Whether you like race or not, don't matter. Have fun with it.
That's right.
And,
we have fun doing it.
we have fun doing it, and we like racing. And it wasn't my favorite racetrack, but it was. It had a lot to say about going forward. What's going to happen?
It did.
So we're going to look at this. We'll look at the results of Pocono.
Oh yes.
And we'll look at the standings. I do have updated power rankings. I had to go find them. They were hiding them from me, but I did find them, and kind of interesting. The pressure is building on some of the teams.
Oh yes, it is.
That do not have a win.
That's right.
It could be a team or two get in by points, but you can't count on that.
But I don't know because they're talking about we have like 6 more drivers, first time winners. May not be no points
There
coming
may
in.
not be. So these drivers that have not won that are now getting a win, it's like a weight lifted off of them.
Right.
Not that there's not still pressure there. But hey, real quick before we start into the Cup Series, how about Dale Jr. getting a win as crew chief on Saturday night with the Xfinity and Zillage? Oh, his head has to be really big right now.
It was.
I didn't see that coming,
I
to be
didn't either.
honest with you.
I didn't either.
So congrats to him.
Yes.
Sometimes you look at stuff like that and you think, well, that's an owner's privilege or that's because they're famous or whatever. But I give them credit,
Oh, I do too.
I
have to.
I imagine there was a lot of pressure on Zillage to do good.
Oh, it was.
And then the trucks, I didn't get to watch any of the trucks, but they're still trucking along.
I watched a little bit of the trucks Friday night.
No pun intended. Well, let's get at it. Let's get on the screen and look at this week's information. There's your winner.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't expecting that.
No, I
Although
wasn't either.
I think we had said he had showed us something during Mexico, and he seemed like he was starting to come on for Joe Gibbs Racing.
That's his first win with Joe Gibbs.
Yeah, and we're going to see. We'll see an interview here, a little bit of an interview here in just a minute. He'll talk about. You could see the relief on his face,
Right.
and then we'll listen to another driver who's, feels that pressure, and that pressure is building. But congratulations to Chase Briscoe.
Yeah.
There were some of the regular guys that did really good in this race,
Right.
and there were some of them that did horrible
Uh-huh.
in this race. And I'll be honest with you, right now, the whole championship thing for me is up in the air.
It is.
I don't think if there is a clear guy, I think I know who it is, but things can change. But it's tight. It's really tight. And I really thought one or two guys would take off and just take it, and it's not really happening.
And what about Bubba hitting the wall like he did?
Bubba, bad day, not good for him. And he's under that pressure we're talking about because he doesn't have a win.
Right.
So congratulations to Chase Briscoe. Looking at the schedule, again, a track that I really like is Atlanta.
Oh, yes.
Quaker State 400 at Walmart. And so this race, this track is fast.
It is.
And we'll talk about that in a few minutes. But Dean, your guys that can really get the speed, they better do well in Atlanta.
They better.
I think they will. I just think as you've seen some of these odd tracks, road courses, Pocono, some of them are just not really good at those tracks.
That's right.
They're hanging on. They've had good runs throughout the year, mostly. And we're going to talk about a couple that are really showing up in a big way. July 6th. And don't forget, that's a Saturday night race, 7 p.m. That's cool. We don't see that all the time. And this prime is done. So this one is back on
TNT.
TNT.
TNT for the next 4 weeks.
TNT for the next 4 weeks. So then we have
back on NBC.
Yeah, Chicago, Sonoma. I'm not a fan of that one much either. Dover, it's okay. And then Indy, big race. So there's still some landmines here, I think, for some of these guys.
Oh, yes.
And I left Mexico up there. Sorry, I was getting this thing ready in a hurry. It's not Mexico.
No.
It's Pocono.
Pocono.
Mexico by way of Pocono.
Yeah.
Briscoe, Hamlin. Well, he's making a move to the top.
Yeah, he is.
Hamlin has had a great year, and back from baby leave is now. And I got to give Briscoe a lot of credit. That was a fuel issue.
It was.
He was able to hold on with fuel and stay ahead of Hamlin. Blaney, nice rebound after really kind of the Ford's showing up a little bit better this week.
They are.
Busher, nice run for him. Your boy Chase, 5th. The first Chevrolet. Nemechek. Larson, not bad, 7th.
Ryan Priest, 8th.
Ryan Priest. What about Brad Keselowski?
I can't believe that when I seen it.
Yeah, bring it the Ford Cindric with the Ford. Bowman, nice rebound.
Yeah, it was.
11th. Josh Berry, nice rebound.
Yeah, it was.
Eric Jones, another really good young driver.
What about Ty Gibbs?
Ty Gibbs, all young drivers putting on a pretty good show here. But some falls out of here. How about William Byron?
Where's he?
Bad week. Bubba, bad week.
Yes.
And so it has an effect. Looking on down the list, Suarez, nice finish, 15th. Logano, he's fading, man.
He is fading fast.
I thought Logano was going to make a move to the top.
What about Bale? He's
Bale fell off too. Not good. And I bragged on him. I picked him to win. I think I curse these drivers. I really do.
Oh, I do too.
They'll be doing good for 2 or 3 weeks. I'll say, okay, I'm going to jump on the bandwagon. And then they give me that. Hosever, where's he went? He was challenging for leads in every race now.
Yeah,
and he did a little bit in this race, but he faded back. 17th or 18th. Haley, Kyle Busch in the top 20.
Yeah.
Respectable.
Yeah. Sorry, Mom.
That's all you're going to say?
I can't run. I still can't run.
Broski Bear says Pocono's the only track I've seen a race at. It's a tri-oval racetrack, and I hate it. I honestly hate it. the Dinger, Cole Custer, Noah Gregson. These are people we don't normally see
You're
this
right.
high. Dylan, Zane Smith, Ross Chastain. There's Byron, 27th, not good. Gilliland, Cody Ware, and I think I put the rest of it up there, although it's hard to. I did. Stenhouse, SVG. Well, Mexico's far in the rearview mirror now.
He is too.
And what's happened to Tyler Reddick? He was another one.
No,
You was on him early.
I was.
Got me fired up about him, and now you can't find him.
I cursed him. Put a curse on him.
You can't find him with a search team. What's going on? Ty Dillon. Come on, man. And then your bottom feeders. Well, I don't know. McDowell's done better than this.
He has.
Poole, Bubba, Herbst, and I didn't even put the last. I think there was a couple more. No, it might have been it. I think it was 37. Oh, my goodness. Just a bad finish for some of these guys. Standings. Somehow, with all he's done, Byron holds on to number 1. Larson, 2. It's closing up, though.
It is.
It's only 54 points now. Hamlin is making a huge move, 78 back. And all these guys have wins. Bell has wins. He had a bad finish. He dropped 4 spots this week. Elliott
dropped,
although he's done pretty well, but
right, he's holding.
I said 4 spot. I meant 1 spot. And Blaney got a nice bump with his finish. Reddick was the 4, or that was -1. I'm sorry, looking at it wrong. Chastain holds. Briscoe, nice finish, +2. Logano, Busher putting pressure on him. Bubba's dropping out. He's out of the top 10 now.
Yeah.
He's dropping out of sight. I think he's in trouble, man. And I said last week I think he's going to get a win. I still do, but if he don't do it, he's not going to make the playoffs.
He ain't gonna make
I
it.
think he's going to keep fading.
He will.
If he don't turn it around. Bowman still dropped 1. Priest and Cindric. There's your top 15 for that, and you'll see a little bit there. Barry, nice rebound.
It was.
He got a little bit of a bump there, back up to 16th. And Eric Jones again, a nice bump. We see some folks through there.
Kyle Busch dropping.
She just had to throw that out there. Kyle Busch and SVG dropping. So the top is tightening up.
It is.
And some people are fading.
Right.
And there's some dark horses making some moves. And I'm going to surprise you this week, I think.
Oh, man.
I'm going to surprise you a little bit.
Atlanta is a super speedway on the half, mile and a half.
What about this thing? This is Elliott's car, a design that was created by a pancreatic cancer patient at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta.
I saw that yesterday.
So that's pretty cool.
It was.
So I guess that's a special paint scheme
Yeah,
for
it is.
that race. Prayers to her,
Yeah, that looks
that's
good.
That's pretty cool.
It is.
I like the color scheme, and
I do too.
I think that's neat that they do stuff like that. So good job. Anyway, Elliott. All right, power rankings. Larson up, Byron down. Well deserved there. Hamlin +2. Elliott holds. We'll come back to that. Look at Elliott. Let me go back. Well, it's trying to hang on. It's wanting to mess with me. I tell you, we got all kind of gremlins in the system.
Yeah.
But season low of 9, high of 4. He's not winning, though, but consistency is there.
Right.
Bell, come on, dude.
Ah,
Man, I jumped all over, man. I talked about how you just consistently was the guy that was not getting the respect.
he was. But now look at him.
I've cursed him, man. He dropped 3. He's still top 5, but, man, that was not good.
It wasn't good.
Blaney, Reddick, you're bombing out too right now.
He is.
Briscoe,
Hey, he's moving up.
3. I like this guy.
I do too.
He has some nice things you'll see at the interview. We'll get to that next. And then rounding out Busher. Nice in the 4th. And then
Ross
Chastain.
Where you at?
He's fading a little bit. So there you go. A little bit of some of the drivers and how they're doing, how they did, and kind of where we're going. Let's get our videos up. Oops, went to the wrong spot. And kind of interesting this week. I like these. I don't remember. Let me go. Well, let me start with this one.
Off of turn 3. Great
Hopefully.
battle right here. The 41 and the
Slow
19. Briscoe.
Oh,
Custer
yeah.
swapping
Hopefully it will
positions
fly.
for 5th.
We're just
You know, Briscoe was on the set at the pre-race. I think in that he analyzed it accurately on board with the Toyota Cam. He said they just have to execute better.
Yeah.
and so it may not play. We may not have a video tonight.
We
folks.
may
Off
not.
of turn 3. Great battle right here. The 41 and the 19. Briscoe. Custer swapping positions for 5th.
You know, Briscoe was on the set at the pre-race. I think in that he analyzed it accurately on board with the Toyota Cam. He said they just have to execute better.
Attempt
He was
number
almost really happy
2.
there at the end of the race. What did you need to have a big smile on your face by the end?
Yeah, I mean, this next software Mustang was really good, and everybody's put so much work into to get us to this point where we're unloading cars that are they're just a pleasure to drive. So, you know, to be in the hunt was fun. Last restart, we started on the bottom, and I think I just got too low trying to defend and got the marbles and slid up into the middle there and lost some time. Was running them back down there, but with as hard as it was to pass today, I don't know that would have been plausible to get around everybody, but certainly had really solid speed. Just, I don't know, more laps. Needed that last caution to fall a little differently. You know, a handful of things, but you know, overall a really solid day and fun to have fast race course like this.
A lot of times here, Chris, we see the option. You either get stage points or you can worry about the finish, but you were able to do both today. You were able to make advantage of that first stage and then come back here with a good finish. Where does this put you guys now in the mentality of chasing these playoffs? Are you chasing the playoffs yet?
We're chasing wins. I'm still in that mindset of we go to the racetrack and do what we did today. We're chasing a win, right? How do we set ourselves up to have track position at the end to fight for a checkered flag and a trophy? And, you know, today, a place like this with the speed we had, that brought points with it. So it's kind of my motto. I try to go by that is fast race cars bring points with them. And I think if we stick with this over the next handful of weeks, that part will come with it. But, again, I think we figured for the last couple months, it's going to be a must-win situation. I feel like these playoffs constantly do that, and you get to the end and you have one or two that slip in on points, but you got to win races. Self forward.
All right, number 3.
Self forward into the tunnel, but Hosevar is going to battle
Give it a
him
moment.
on the outside of the tunnel. Now the 19 can't throttle up. 77's got the momentum. Again, get next to him, slow him down, side draft, even it out into 3, down into 3, another race. The 19 can drive the car in there, slide up in front of him, take that arrow.
We see Briscoe on pit road. I think this 19 car thinks they're in a window, and we have the 71 limping around the racetrack.
15 to go, stage 2. Stenhouse outside of Hosevar. Oh, man, Brad doesn't get to the back bumper of the 47. Advantage right now on the bottom of the racetrack with Hosevar. The push coming from Briscoe. They're going to clear pretty easily down into turn 1. At least the 77 is clear. Stenhouse going to try to stay on that back bumper. He can't do it. Look at Briscoe. He pushed the 77 out there. 19 coming through, trying to take the top spot. Racing for the lead down the long pond straightaway. He cuts up in front of him. Briscoe in charge of the field. Great shove in that outside lane from Josh Berry. Can he make it pay off? Side by side for the lead as they head to the tunnel turn. 19 inside is Briscoe.
Well,
outside is Stenhouse. And they're stacked up side by side behind him.
Yes, sir. This is the final stop for the 19, hitting pit road for that money stop. They wanted to be one of the first to get there. Going to see 4 tires and fuel go on this 19 car. 5-car of Kyle Larson was saving fuel during that run, just trying to manage how much he was burning to make this stop a little bit shorter. Another tool in the toolbox for these drivers to use.
Ready, green. All right, the 12's in the back of the 19. They got help from Chase Elliott as well and out outside line. The inside does not connect, and look at the ground they lose. Oh, the 19. To the lead. The 19 pulls down in front of his teammate. That makes the 11 have to lift. The 12
with a chance to clear. Is not going to do it. Denny's going to side draft really aggressively. 3 wide behind Adam. Last 2 winners here racing for second right now. Blaney outside of Hamlin. Chase Elliott gets up to 4th. Off into turn 3. He just needs one more good throttle off of turn 3 here and should be good to go. What a day for the 19. Good to the last drop. Chase Briscoe saves and wins at Pocono.
Awesome job, guys. Thank you so much.
I'd say he saved enough. That was a back.
And
What's
one
going
more.
through your mind, saving fuel, trying to hold off your
Let's hear
teammate,
from
the
the man
7-time
himself.
winner here, Denny Hamlin. And what pressure was that behind the wheel?
Yeah, it was a lot. It was kind of weird. Like I wasn't driving hard, so it's not like I was on the ragged edge, but it was just so hard to, have a guy chasing you, right? Especially the guy that's probably the greatest of all time here, and to be trying to save fuel and everything else. So, yeah, just thank you to all you race fans. It's sold out every single time we come here, and it's unbelievable racing in front of a sold out crowd. So, yeah, just an amazing day for our race team. This is really the first race we've kind of executed truthfully all year long. So yeah, just to get Johnny Morris past Pro Shops in victory lane, to get Toyota in victory lane, Joe Gibbs Racing, they took a big chance on me, right? Like I wasn't everybody's first choice, I think, but yeah, for me to be able to get here and now finally deliver a win is just an awesome feeling.
Was that maybe the single most disciplined stint you've ever driven in your career?
Yeah, anybody that's worked with me knows I'm normally over driving and missing my marks all the time. So yeah, for sure, it's crazy when you slow down. My dad tells me all the time, if you slow down, you probably go faster, and it was true there. So yeah, just amazing day. I want to say hey to Marissa, Brooks, Cooper, Collins. Wish they were here to celebrate this, but yeah, just an amazing day. And once again, thank you to all you race fans.
How personally gratifying is it to add your name to the list of drivers who have won a Cup Series race for Joe Gibbs Racing?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, I literally grew up racing my sprint car video game in a Joe Gibbs Racing Home Depot uniform. So yeah, to be able to get coach in victory lane after, like I said, them taking a chance on me is just, it's so rewarding, truthfully, and that, just such a big weight off my shoulders. I've been telling my wife the last 2 weeks, like, I have to win, and finally to come here and do it, it's just been a great day.
Pretty cool, man.
It was a cool.
Pretty cool. Oh, I did it again. Hang on. My system is so messed up today. This Wi-Fi is killing me. We'll just leave it like that. I don't follow him. Like, that's not my favorite driver.
Right.
But I respect that.
Oh, I do too.
And he showed the kid part of him.
Right.
Talking about what he played games and give respect. You can see the relief on his face. There's a lot of pressure on these teams. And as you get closer to the playoff, a huge amount of pressure for those guys.
I'm a gamer myself. I play games on it.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
It is.
All the way around. You got to like that. And so I give him a lot of credit. And he even said he critiqued himself.
Right.
That he messes up. Is what he's saying. I mess up. My dad's trying to coach him, and he's listening.
Right.
He's a young guy who's learning.
He is learning.
And I think that's important.
Right.
Whereas sometimes I think Bubba's learning, then sometimes I don't think he is. You see a guy like this, he's putting it together.
He is.
Busher, putting it together. Some of these guys are really starting to take. These are the guys of tomorrow, probably. I mean, I don't know.
But Bowman, he ain't doing nothing now.
No, not Bowman.
Larson, yes. Byron, yes. Chase, I don't know yet.
Yeah, well, I'm going to come back to Chase here after we get through your notes. Let me do a quick commercial for Patriot Mobile, and I'm just going to do one over the top here, if I can get it to play. I'll tell you, this is so frustrating to have. That's the one. Yeah, there we go. Everything's delayed. I feel like I got vertigo. But Patriot Mobile this week, they're focusing on life and I can't think of much better than to focus on is that the protection of life, and we appreciate them. And every time when you help them, you're helping because they give to causes that are pro-life, as well as they give to veteran causes, as we covered last week. But they're standing behind the country. They're standing behind American and Christian values, and I just love being partners with these folks. Use that promo code Cornbread. Make the switch today, and get with a great company. There's nobody else like them. You won't find another one. You may find somebody you like, but you won't find anybody like this company in America, I'm telling you. And so Patriot Mobile, great people. I'll switch over to Mammoth Nation. Mammoth Nation has a special right now. If you want to become a lifetime member, because it's a pay by the month, you get all these savings. You go through their portal to all these American made products and America First businesses. I'm a lifetime member, so I'm not saying in something I don't know. I caught this special last year around this time, and I spent the $125, and I'm now a lifetime member, and I've already saved that money back. I'm telling you, on the stuff that I've ordered, the savings that I've got, I've already made my money back, and we'll be ordering some more things here soon. So go through their portal, shop around, see if there's something you can find there, and support the America First companies, not just them, but the companies that they represent. They have to pass a muster before they get on their website. Also, I want to say, get on their email list. They are great about sending out videos each week that really address things that are going on in America that we're concerned about. And those are about anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes long, and they're just packed with information. So they're not just a business. They're investing in America and in Americans, and I couldn't be more pleased that we're a part of these two organizations. What a great thing! And so tonight, those two companies bring you Dean's Notes. And without further ado, Dean, what you got tonight, brother?
Let me get it up here. Okay, notes from Pocono.
See if I can highlight you here.
Oh,
wrong one. Wrong one. Let me see if I can get it. I tell you, it has just been crazy. That's still the wrong one. People are saying this guy's an idiot.
No.
And I am. There he is. I'm
All
trying
right.
to highlight you. There you go.
All right. Dean's Notes, Pocono Raceway. It's an asphalt track. It cost $6 million to build it. 2.5 miles. The ground broke July 18th, 1965.
Well, that's the year I was born.
You're right. Matt, the owner is Matt, looks like Koenig. It's a tricky triangle. Opened May 4th, 1969, 56 years ago. Its initial was an oval. July 19th, 1971. Now it's a tri-oval. Turn 1 is 14 degrees. Turn 2 is 8 degrees. Turn 3 is 6 degrees. The caution speed is 70, not 160. I had to go back and look at my notes again. Craftsman Truck Race Series. The Miller Tech Battery 200. Started 5 p.m. Started Friday night. 80 laps, 200 miles. Lane Riggs won stage 1. Corey Heim won stage 2. Lane Riggs wins Friday night. Tanner Gray came in second. Carson Hocevar drove number 17 Friday night. Now, Saturday afternoon, 3 o'clock, 11. It was 100 laps, 250 miles. Explore the Pocono Mountains 250. Jess Elliott got the pole for Saturday's race. Brandon Jones won stage 1. Connor Zilich won stage 2. Dale Earnhardt Jr. crew chief for Connor Zilich, number 88. Connor Zilich won the race Saturday. Jess Elliott drove number 17 for Spire Motorsports and finished 4th.
Very nice.
Now Sunday was 2 p.m., 160 laps. It was a final race for Amazon. The Great American Getaway 400 by visitpa.com. Denny Hamlin got the pole for Sunday. Denny Hamlin won stage 1. Chase Briscoe won stage 2. Plus, Briscoe won the race.
Yes, he
Sunday.
did.
And that's Dean's notes.
Great job, Dean. Appreciate it, my friend. Awesome. And, well, if I can get this back somewhat in order. There we go. Now, we're looking forward to Atlanta. Pocono's behind us. It was a disaster week for some drivers.
Yes, it was.
Some drivers did pretty good.
Yes.
Before we get into talking about, in a few minutes, picks and kind of talking about what we see in Atlanta, I want to kind of cover a couple things. And one of those is I think Chase Elliott's starting to put it together.
I think he is.
It hasn't translated into wins, but he's showing me consistency right now.
He is.
The consistency that William Byron did have and does not have right now.
Right.
Now, do I think that he's better than Hamlin right now? No.
No.
But I'm telling you, if he could get a win, he's got to get a win. Him and Hamlin could go ahead
Oh, yes.
of Larson and Byron. I think there's a possibility there. They are racing very good right now.
They are.
Very strong. So I got to give Chase credit, but he has got to. And I didn't ask you before, where is there a race coming up, a track coming up that he's very strong at?
Atlanta?
So Atlanta is that race.
Yes. It's his home track.
Okay, so he's got to win
He's got to.
really this race.
Right.
Because it's getting down to crunch time. I don't remember how many races we have left until the playoff. Not many. Did you say 6?
I think 6, if I'm correct on that.
I didn't look that up, but it is getting down to the pressure. And that last one's going to be, I predict a lot of wrecks on the race that decides who gets in. They're going to be racing
There'll be
crazy.
There'll be Daytona. It's the very last race of regular season.
Okay. Wow. Super speedway.
Yes.
I love it.
I do too.
But Hamlin, very strong. He has shocked me.
He has me.
I thought it was a blip. No, it's not. He's racing as good as he's ever raced. He's got the wins. He's consistent. He's got speed. He's using his knowledge very well. So he is a favorite.
But I'm reading where Bowman might be let go.
Well, I could see that.
And then I'm reading that alert that Elliott might be let go too. So they both got to get a win in the column.
He's got to get a win. The pressure's on to win. If he don't win, I would say he's probably not going to be there.
Right.
Because they're going to. I mean that if you're going to be the best with the best, you've got to get wins.
That's right.
And I really thought by now in the season he would.
I did too. I did too.
But he is making a move at the right time if he can close that out. But where he's not got a win, I mean, Byron has a win. Larson has wins. Hamlin has more than one win.
Bale
has wins. So he's got to get the win. So the pressure's on him to get that.
And then you got several drivers who got one win apiece.
Yes. So there'll be a lot of positioning there. And then you got drivers that's fading. And you may see them do well in one race here and there, but overall the consistency's not there. Bubba can overcome this, but Bubba needs a win as well. He has to get a win. And I don't know what I don't know where it would be, but he really needs to try to hammer out a win if he can.
But when I heard today on the radio, we got like 8 races to go. What if we get 16 winners? Nobody come in by points.
That's true.
Or 17 winners.
Yeah. And there's a lot of different winners.
Yeah.
I mean, there really is.
You got several with one. You got several with multiple. But then you get these races coming up, one winner apiece, and everybody come in by points. They'll be interesting.
Is there anybody else that you see rising right now who now when we talked about Bell, and he'll be back. He's too good. But he was already kind of showing he was right there. But a climber right now that maybe is showing you he could be a contender if he can hang in there and maybe get a win somewhere.
Carson Hocevar.
Hocevar. I was thinking Busher is another one that I thought might, if he can stay consistent and rise, I think he could be in a good position.
Right.
He's coming on as well.
Tyler Reddick.
He could, and he is still up there, and he has shown speed, but he has not finished well.
He hadn't.
He's lost positions he should not have lost, and a couple of bad finishes.
Right.
And what a guy that might mess up some of these guys, and might be, and he is holding them out a little bit, and that's Keselowski. I never thought I'd say that.
I know it.
He's not going to win anything, but he's playing spoiler.
He is.
He's finishing high up. And what if he squeezes out a win or something? That's going to hurt somebody.
Right.
That's the kind of guy, that's been there before.
That's a sleeper.
He knows what it takes to win.
He's a sleeper in these tracks coming up.
He's sleeper. That's right. It's a good point. He's a sleeper in them. And that could hurt some of these guys that really need a win.
Yes.
Do you think Chase will get a win before the playoff?
I'm hoping he will. I
noticed you said hoping. You didn't say he will.
I'm hoping.
I think that's kind of where we've been all season on Chase. He hasn't, and even he said, we're getting points, we're getting high positions, but we're not getting wins.
Right.
So we're still searching. We're not happy. And it's kind of like he's there, but he's not. He's never really up at the leader.
Right.
He's not at the front.
Right.
I think if they could ever get to the front, he might just smoke everybody.
I mean, he moved up to the front before, like a couple races ago.
Yeah.
I thought, he's got to do it. But he just fades. He fades back.
This would be a nice race for him to do that. Has the special paint scheme.
Yes.
Loves Atlanta, home base. This would be if he could have a coming out party for this year, right there, that would be big.
But this is a race that anybody could win.
It is.
It's a short. It's a super speedway on a 1.5 mile track.
It's fast.
So
there's a lot of lanes on this track.
It's like Talladega and Daytona, or the Atlanta track, and they changed the name from Atlanta to Echo Park.
Yeah, I know. Hampton, Georgia, baby.
Right.
I've
been there.
And I want to throw one more name out there. What is going on with Logano?
He's dropped like a rock.
I mean, this is your champion.
Right.
And he's not racing like it. He's really not raced like it. I'm not sure what's going on with him, but it's just not happening.
Blaney's not showing up. He showed up one time, but
Blaney's got a car that has a lot of speed. You're right. I think some of his still inexperience is just not showed itself.
I got a driver from yesteryear. I got a driver in here from back in the day.
Oh, yeah. And we can go to that here. We'll definitely go to that in just a second.
Okay.
Because we got a new feature we're going to add in.
Okay.
Before we do our picks. But this is a point now, because there is a road course coming up, Sonoma. That could be that's another trip up track for some of these guys.
That's right.
And they can't afford it. But it's also a track where SVG or Suarez or somebody like that could really show up. Chastain raced well at the road course,
yes.
Shocked me a little bit. Bale needs to have a good showing. But I don't think that track's going to be good for Logano.
No.
I don't think it'd be good. I don't think it'd be good for Byron. He's not shown me that he can really take care of that. So we'll see. That's a whole different animal.
Well, you got Chicago. Chicago road race coming up.
And Chicago. This is really wild how the schedule's laid out. And because there's several guys that need a win, it's not good for them. Atlanta is that race. Because of what's coming, Atlanta is the race that they've got to get.
They got to.
They have to get that win, and that's going to make for some exciting racing.
Yes.
Hey, I asked Dean to. He has another feature he's going to do here, and I love it. We're going to look at drivers of yesteryear and just highlight some things about him. I don't know what he's got, but we're going to have fun with it. And for those of you that are older like me and you remember some race car drivers from long ago, we're gonna highlight that each week. and I think it's cool. We focus a lot on these young guys as we should. They're the ones racing, but we don't want to forget the guys who paved the way for these guys to be here. So, Dean, what you got?
Okay. The here at 2-0, he's Bill Elliott.
Bill Elliott.
The number 9 began in 1976. Bill Elliott's career under Bill Elliott Racing, owned by Rockingham, 1976. He was owned by George Elliott, driving a Ford Torino. 1980, started racing for Harry Belling, with a $500 spot from a $500 sponsor. I goofed up here.
All right.
1980 National 500 at Charlotte. He won that race. 1984, in the tune of $400, got Coors as a sponsor. Upon retiring, his son, William Clyde Elliott Chase, took his place in the sport in a famous number 9 car. Bill attends about every race as an advisor and mentor. The Elliott racing family will always be known as a racing family.
They will. Awesome Bill from Dawsonville was always a fan favorite.
Right.
He won that favorite driver award a lot of years in a row. And if I remember right, you correct me if I'm wrong, I think he's the guy that set the record for the speed on a NASCAR track.
Yes.
Before they started restricting them.
At Talladega, 212 miles an hour.
I remember that, 212 miles an hour. And there were people that talked about that, like the forces, the G's on them as they were moving around. But I kind of like that.
I do too. I do too.
You know what? If you can't stick it in the corner at those speeds, tough.
Right.
I think it separates. But you go back to the day, a lot of those guys were, they were doing anything they could to get speed, and there was, whatever you can get.
Right.
And but he will always. That's a legendary family in racing.
Yes.
And will always be around the sport.
Right.
Have you ever been to his garage? I've been to Dawsonville.
I've been to it,
but I have not been to it.
I've been to it once. It's very interesting.
I need to get over there. It's not that far from here, really.
No, it ain't.
But when I was over there, it was late and it wasn't open, and we were in and out.
It's like a mile and a half away, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
If I'm not correct, text me. Let me know.
Okay. I'll just be honest, I never was an Elliott fan, but I didn't dislike him. It was like he wasn't my driver, but I didn't dislike him. And he had a lot of fans.
He did.
A lot of fans. And Chase has a lot of fans.
Right.
And one thing else I'll ask you about this, because I don't remember, because I know some of the drivers that their dads raced, some of them got their start in the go-karts. Did he ever do that?
Yes, he did.
I thought he did.
Yes, he did.
Those are cool.
Yeah.
I haven't watched them in a long time, but I do like watching the go-kart racing.
I like watching it on Racing America.
It's I think Martin's boy did that as well.
Yes.
I think he was also involved in
yes.
that. That's cool. I like that kind of stuff. And there's all kind of different levels of racing.
Next year, in 2026, or Nickelodeon, they're going to have a kids race show on.
Okay, cool.
It's going to be hosted by Kaylin Harvick, Cash Bowyer, and Braxton Bush. They're going to be hosting that show.
Are you watching?
Yes. Yes.
I just had to ask. Hey, we're all kids at heart, right?
Yes. It's going to be a Nickelodeon come next year.
I like it.
But they set no date for it yet or time slot.
We'll announce that when you can watch it. So that's cool. This race was a sellout.
Yes.
He spoke about that. The winner did, and how they always turn out for the race. So NASCAR's clicking along. We're getting there. All right, it's 15 till. Let's start talking about Atlanta and who do you see winning this thing? We'll get our top three. And we'll do a dark horse like we always do. And I said I was going to surprise you. And that was before we even talked. And I'm picking Chase to win this race.
I am too.
I really believe this. If he's going to do it, this is the race. I just feel like that. Now he's got to do it because he's making me look bad if he don't. But
Right, me too.
so I've got Chase, and I'm gonna, because I think the speed is there, and there's a lot of guys, and I don't want to diss anybody here because I think they all are going to race really well. We don't know what happened with the wrecks and fuel and all that, but I'm gonna jump back on, and I'm gonna say that Larson is going to come in second at this race.
Okay.
And I believe that a big rebound will be had, and Byron is going to be third. That's my top three: Chase, Larson, Byron.
Who's your dark horse?
Dark horse for this, and Matt, it's really all over the place for me. But my dark horse is going to be Busher. I think he's coming on. He's starting to see some speed. They're doing some good things. So I'll go dark horse, Busher.
Mine's Chase. We're in it. Reddick will come in second.
Oh, wow.
Third will be, I gotta go with you, Chris Busher.
Well, Byron. I had Byron third.
Okay.
Busher's my dark horse. So
Okay.
Who's your dark horse?
Ty Gibbs.
Boy, that is a dark horse. That is a dark horse right there. All right, let's get it on the screen. Chase Elliott first on his home track. We're all unanimous. Larson, Bell. I can see that too. That's a good pick. He'll rebound.
Okay, Ken, do you have a dark horse? We did dark horse here.
This is the first time, folks, I think, that we've all been unified in this.
Yeah.
The winner's going to be. So Chase is Chase. You got to do it, man.
That's right.
You got the picks. You got the home track. You've got consistency. You've got the special paint scheme. Come on, you got to do it.
And you got the three of us going right here.
Yeah, you got the person got cancer. It's like winning one for the Gipper or something.
Right,
You
right.
you got to win for the sick person, and they've got your paint scheme. It's all lining up for a NASCAR gold.
And you got a fan here that's rooting for you.
Yeah, you got a fan. I'm not a Chase fan, but he is.
Yeah.
I think he's going to do it. But we'll see. And the dark horse is Brad Kessler.
Oh,
But actually, that's not bad.
no, it ain't bad.
I'm just saying it's wild that where Brad has been, and now where he's at.
Yes.
I'm pretty amazed, and I think he could be that guy.
Yeah.
I think he's going to play spoiler going the rest of the season. He seems to be putting it together. He is a champion, multi-champion, and he knows how to win. I don't know what's happened to him of late,
You're right.
but he does know how to win. If he knows he ain't going to be champion, you do the next best thing. You play spoiler,
Right.
and you race everybody as hard as you can, and you knock somebody out of what they need, and that's how you get a little revenge.
And in 2027, Dodge is going to be back in the Cup
I
Series.
can't wait. You know, that's automatically whoever's in that car is going. I'm going to be rooting for.
That's going to be year after next.
Yeah, I'm all in. I can't wait. I am all in. Bogart, baby.
No driver's been selected yet. No driver, no owner yet.
Well, you got to take time. If you're going to get in the Dodge, you got to. It's an honored spot, man. You just can't throw anybody in there. I mean, come on. All right, just for fun and kicks and giggles, where does Kyle Busch finish in this race? He come in 20th.
25th.
25th at Atlanta.
Yeah.
20th at Pocono. God, this is really hard for me. You know what? I'm gonna because I'm feeling really good about this Chase pick. I'm going to say that Kyle Busch is going to finish 12th in this race. He's not going to get in the top 10, but he is going to finish 12th.
Where Bubba going to end up at?
Bubba is outside the top 20. He we'll say 27th. I just think that he's going to. Now, I'm probably being too cruel. I'll say he gets back in the top 20, but 18th. I'm being hard on him, but he's really blowing it. To be honest, he is absolutely blowing this race. season up.
What about Josh Berry? You got to pick.
I like Josh Berry. I like the
I do
Wood
too.
brothers, and I'm going to say they have shown speed. If he can stay out of trouble, I'll give him a top 15, and I'll say 15. I see. They're hanging on. Man, if he could just get a win, man, I'd like to see him in the playoff. I don't think he's going to do it.
I see Joey coming in 15th.
Yeah, he's got that 13, 14, 15, 16, somewhere in there kind of look. It'd be fun to look at where we're at as this kind of closes out.
This might be the race that you see Carson Hocevar and Mika Steenhouse fighting.
Well, it could be. I didn't get to catch up and see if there was anything on the track.
There's tapping, but they wasn't hitting. There was just trading paint.
And it's going to be hot,
Yeah.
so hot.
Tempers flaring.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be slightly cooler by Sunday, but not that much.
No, Saturday night.
Or Saturday night, excuse me. And well, they are at night, so but
Right.
it's still. But the temperature don't have. It's going to be fisticuffs.
Oh, yes.
Tempers flaring. So.
It's a night race, and that's going to be the full moon might be out, which I don't know.
My gosh, if a full moon was out,
Oh, my.
can you imagine they might be people going to the hospital.
Yeah. And this being a super speedway track, there'll definitely be some big ones in it. I say at least 3 big ones.
Hey, look up real quick and let's give a ranking on the top 5 pit crews for the season. Do they show that? I didn't look it up, but I would like to know that as we're going into this race. And
Hang on a minute. I'll look at my phone too.
okay. I was just curious because that's really going to play in to where this Atlanta is so critical. And I was wanting to see. I mean, I know a couple of them, but I don't know the whole top 5, and kind of talk about that just for a second. The time we have left, how that plays into Atlanta, because this is it's critical. It's absolutely critical, and some of these guys have got really good pit crews, and some don't, and that's hurting them.
Okay. The top 5 for Racing America. Number 1, Trackhouse, which is the number 1 pit crew is Trackhouse. Number 2 pit crew is Penske. Number 3 pit crew is Richard Childress Racing. 4 is Stricky Steenhouse. 5 is Rick Hendrick.
Okay.
That's the top 5.
Does it give individuals? Because Hendrick has 4 cars. Does it break it down and say who's his number 1 or?
No, it didn't.
Okay.
But here's another one from NASCAR.com. Power rankings in the pit crews. No, that was a couple years ago. Sorry.
That's okay. We'll find that out. I think that's interesting as we go down the stretch because
Yes.
everything matters.
I'll do that next week.
Yeah, that'd be great. We'll start popping up on the screen, and I think that's cool because everything is going to matter as they close in on the playoffs and in the playoffs.
Right.
But let's see kind of how that's. I'd like to see how it changes from week to week if it changes. And we're talking seconds. I mean,
Yeah, we are.
a second or 2 at the most
But
is separating most of these.
But
guys.
these standings now, it's getting tight. It's getting tight.
They are tightening up, and I think there's a draft going on. I think if something don't happen quick, Larson and Byron better watch out because I think Hamlin and Chase are making a move.
Bale?
And
Bale might be moving up.
Bell, it's hurting though.
Yes.
But the points have tightened up. I mean, at one point, Larson was just lapping the field.
Yeah, it was.
Then Byron seemed like that guy. Now it seems like Hamlin became that guy.
Yeah.
But with him being away for baby, kind of maybe, it didn't slow him down a whole lot,
Right.
but it didn't let him go forward.
But
Bell's been right there.
But Larson, what's happened to him? He's been going down since the Coca-Cola.
Well, yeah. Ever since he went to Indy, he's not been the same.
He hadn't.
And that's why I say, as an owner, I'm going, dude, come on. I know you like to do that, but get that out of your system. Let's go.
That's it.
Let's go win races.
That's
I mean, I don't know what it is, but even he was like apologizing to the team. Maybe he's put too much pressure on himself.
I think he is.
Maybe he got the big head. Thought I'm that guy, because he was rolling there.
He was, but now he's gotten cold, and he needs to warm back up again.
Now this was a fuel win. I mean,
yes,
but that happens. It was 2 weeks in a row.
Right.
Fuel has really decided.
Yeah.
Well, really 3 weeks in a row. I mean,
3 weeks.
Mexico was not really fuel. It was just SVG. But the week before that, so 2 out of the last 3 races were fuel wins. Absolutely. I mean, there was fumes. I'm amazed he had enough to burn out this week.
I am too. I saw that on the highlights, and I was surprised.
Yeah, he got the burnout going. It'd been funny if he'd run out of gas right there while he was burning out.
It's happened before to
Has it? I've not seen that.
To different drivers, yes.
That would be funny. Like you're scorching the tires, and all of a sudden it just shuts off.
Well, they ran out of gas during the burnouts. They blew their tires up.
One of the things that real quick I want to get in, and I know that maybe it doesn't hurt them, but all those cars, especially your winner, has to go through a post-race inspection.
Yes, they picked the.
And I'm amazed that they let them climb up on top of it and bounce around sometimes.
They always pick the first, second, and third car. Then they randomly pick another car somewhere in that.
So I mean, they're checking down to minute details.
Yes,
where those parts are and positioning on them.
Yes,
and to get up on that car, I don't know. Sometimes you wonder but I guess they say he's not going to change that much. But they used to be they felt kind of funny about that.
Right.
They used to ask him not to do it.
Right.
That's kind of a change that's really happened here recently. But used to they just climb out of the car and talk to you right beside there. They would never climb up. They might set a drink up there.
I know one of the races, I can't remember what driver it was, in the victory lane, moved a sponsor decal, but sponsor off the top of the car and got in trouble for that.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do anything to them. Pretty amazing.
I can't remember what it was. A box where a sponsor was on it, and he just moved it either way.
Well, they're paying the money,
Yeah,
the money payers, they get the last say on a lot of stuff. So, I haven't seen anything lately where there's anybody struggling with sponsorship. I know they could always want more, but it seems like that's not a problem right now. There's no sponsors out there. And so that's good. I mean, there for a while, it was tough. There were absolutely people that couldn't race in the Cup Series because they couldn't get sponsorship.
right. So there were a handful of drivers that would just start their race, go about 5 laps or 20 laps, and have to stop. They don't do that now.
Yeah. So, well, that's your racing hour. I've enjoyed it. Pocono's not one of my favorites, but I think it was a good race overall. Very interesting. I like it because it sort of causes chaos.
Yes. And
it sets up Atlanta for a really sweet run.
Right.
I love that Saturday night. I'll be watching that.
I'll be able to tell you.
As they're under the lights, and we'll see what happens with that. But Dean, thank you for the notes and for the driver of yesteryear. Awesome, Bill. Hey, that's pretty neat. Very neat. You picked him, and if Chase wins this weekend,
yes,
and we all picked Chase.
Yeah, we did.
If you'd like to submit your, just email us at the email you see. Also, get on our email list. We're sending those out every week. I thought about sending it. It may still come out tonight, but we send one a week. So we sent the last one late week. So we're going to try to bump it up a little bit earlier in the week. It'll be tonight or tomorrow, but the email will come out. Get on that email list. We're growing it every day, and we want you to see what's going on with us. Kind of a little behind the scenes stuff before anybody else. So it's special. The first one we put on both. Later, we'll only send out to the support, the people that are on the email list first, and then we'll wait a while before we ever post that information up. We may post other things, but we won't post those things to kind of keep that special to people who are keeping us with their email, letting us communicate with them. A little something for the breadheads. That's what we're calling it, the breadhead newsletter, and become a breadhead and support the Southern Friday, at least with your email. It don't cost you nothing.
Right.
And we're not going to blow it up. So, and we don't share the list. So just email us at our email. You see there on the screen. We'll take care of it. So we don't have that many, honestly. But it's growing.
Good.
But
good.
we haven't pushed it in a while, but we're going to do that. Have a great day, Dean.
Yeah, you too.
Ken.
Thank you, Ken. Thanks,
Broski,
folks.
Everybody. James is working, I guess. No, he's off.
No, he's off.
But he's busy. So y'all remember him, and we'll see you soon. Our sports program will be this Thursday at 6. And we're looking forward
I work Thursday.
He works Friday.
Friday.
Sorry, I forgot about that. So Friday. So
my schedule's changed.
That's right. So it'll be Friday or Tuesday, Thursday, depending on what. Well, we'll figure it out.
Right.
So let's get the music rolling, and we'll get out of here and let these folks stay. Hydrated. This hot.
Right. Oh yes.
My gosh, stay hydrated. Check on the elderly.
Stay cool.
Check on your pets.
Oh yes.
I know people do that, but there's always, you hear stories. And the older people sometimes won't ask for help. Check on those folks. If you hadn't talked to them in a while, check on them. Make sure they got, hydration means, and a way to stay cool as they can. It's tough. Hey, there's people sleeping in their car.
Oh yes.
And if you got a cool place to lay your head tonight,
thank God for it.
Thank the good Lord above. Find you a church to go to if you don't go. If you don't know Jesus Christ, your Lord and Savior, make today the day of salvation.
Right.
Amen. Know that your name is written in the Lamb's Book of Life. Hallelujah. All right, we're out.
Hearts alive, boys, let it blast. Roads of fury racing fast. Southern fried racing hours here. Fuel the fire, shift the gear. Smoke, southern skies, the throttles choke. Fast and fierce, racing souls, tearing through the endless cold. Twisting metal, thunder growls, screams of tires, dirt that scowls. Clanking loud, boys, let it blast. Roads of fury racing fast. Southern pride racing hours here. Fuel the fire, shift the gear. Every lap a rebel's dream. Gasoline, hearts and the scream. Dave and Dean crown the track. Each corner fight, ain't turning back. Crank it loud, boys, let it blast. Roads of fury racing fast. Southern pride racing hours here. Fuel the fire, shift the gear. Nights alive, wheels embrace. Burn the streets, set the pace. Hours, speed's the creed. Southern fried racing breed. Southern fried racing hours here. Fuel the fire, shift the gear. Nights alive, wheels embrace. Burn the streets, set the pace. Hours, speed's the creed. Southern fried racing breed.